The more I drift, the closer I get to you. She's a ghost, and the truth, it's impossible. But I love her lies. You make sure I don't find somebody new. It's the way you move. It's the way you move. I knew I'd stay with you after just one touch. The way you move has got me stuck. Got me stuck. Got me stuck. I was lost and then found inside of a dream. Running round in a circle, trying to believe. She's a ghost, and the truth, it's impossible. But I love her lies. You make sure I don't find somebody new. It's the way you move. It's the way you move. I knew I'd stay with you after just one touch. The way you move has got me stuck. Stuck. Got me stuck. Stuck. Got me It's the way you move. It's the way you move. I knew I'd stay with you after just one touch. The way you move has got me stuck. Got me stuck. Got me stuck.
From One Twins Way in Minneapolis, welcome inside Target Field. Baseball comes your way on a Wednesday afternoon. It's the Tampa Bay Rays taking on the Minnesota Twins. Joined by my partner Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. The first half of the All-Star break is behind us, and partner, it's go time in the second half.
And if you want to be playing meaningful games at the end of September, you got to put your head down and grind for the next 8 weeks.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. All right, first pitch coming up. And on the hill for the Twins, Dallas Keuchel. And Singy, it's unique these days, but he's more of a pitch-to-contact type of guy.
Yeah, Boogie, he doesn't rely too heavily on the strikeout. He knows he needs to miss barrels, get some soft contact, let the defense do work behind him. And I think a guy like that can keep a good tempo, don't give hitters time to adjust or think. They can move through a ball game, and you look up, they're in line for a quality start. We'll see what he's got in this one.
The big lefty turns, kicks, deals. Swings through that one for strike two.
Filthy changeup right there. Just pulled the string.
That one in the dirt. Now 1-2. And he deals. Off the outside edge, and now the count is 2-2. Outside. The wind of the pitch. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
Now it's Randy Arozarena. And the first pitch misses for ball one. At the belt and fires.
Ball two.
Runner at first with no outs here. Swing and a line drive slicing into right field and makes the grab. One down. All right, let's take a look at the Rays lineup. Someone who makes things happen for them in part with his legs. Oslevis Basabe.
Well, Boog, there aren't many guys who have a flair for the big moment like he does. I mean, batting over 400 with runners in scoring position. Are you kidding me? I know it's not guaranteed or an automatic, but I hope we get to see him in a close late game situation with runners in scoring position and just see, is he truly a machine or not?
Runner on the go. In the air, pretty deep out to center field. Castro settles underneath it. Hauls it in, 2 away.
Batting fourth, the designated hitter, Isaac Paredes.
Isaac Paredes now.
Get out of here, Tampa.
First pitch doesn't find the zone.
1-0.
Good eye right there.
2 balls.
Diaz off of first with 2 away. Next one misses, and that's ball 3.
3 balls. No strike.
So now 2 on and 2 outs.
2 walks in the first has to be some cause for concern. I mean, you're talking about a guy you want to pitch deep into the ball game. It's not going to help with the pitch count right there. They can't afford to hand out free bases at this rate.
So 2 aboard and 2 outs, scoreless game. Curtis Mead next to hit for the Rays. And he grounds one to the right side. Dives, but it's off his glove. Flip to the pitcher is in time. And they do get the 3rd out of the inning. So the Rays strand a pair. And now the Twins will go to work on offense. We've got no score. Major League Baseball is on the show. Back at Target Field, getting the nod on the mound, Taj Bradley.
Well, what quickly stands out to me for this guy is that he comes in with a 3-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio on the season. So when you consider consistency, the ability to get swings and misses, and to limit base runners, that's critical in winning games today, especially when teams are depending on the big swing, the home run, to win ball games.
Bottom of the first, and now the Minnesota designated hitter, number 47. The wind and the pitch. Just missed. The 1-0. Here's a strike, 95 of that one.
1-1.
Left-hand hitter waits. Well struck, right field. Low, drop step, going back. Still going back. Pulls it in on the warning track. Now the lineup for the Twins as constructed by Rocco Baldelli. A guy who's been huge for them over the last month plus, Matt Wallmer.
Well, these days we know teams, they put a game plan together for every hitter in a lineup. But a guy like this, they circle him, make sure he doesn't beat you. So they put in a little extra time and effort on how they're going to approach him. He can be a huge difference maker when he's hot. So it's going to be fun to see how they try to work him right here.
One down, base is empty. Foul ball there. Righty delivers. And a base hit into right center field. Now he'll turn for second. Not stopping. He's going for three. Not in time. He's safe.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever. Such a good feeling. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and lifted into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
Here's Royce Lewis. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. First pitch, and he just misses.
1 ball, no strike.
And another ball. Appears they're working around him with the base open, Singy.
Well, you know, these 2-0 counts, Boo, they're just not what they used to be, and we sound like old guys when I say that. But ultimately, this is a strategic game, and you expect to see this type of approach by the pitcher in this situation.
The 2-1. And there's a fly ball deep right field. And it slams off the bottom of the wall. And the Twins score first. It's 1-0. And into second with one away. That's a double.
Showed off some really nice oppo pop with that swing and just couldn't get it over the fence. But I absolutely love everything about that approach and the mechanics right there.
And at second with one away. Now batting Max Kepler. First offering misses the mark.
1-0.
Right-hander kicks, deals, and a foul ball. That's towards center. Makes the grab. Runner tags at second, and he moves up to third. Now 2 away.
Batting fifth, the first baseman, Alex.
Here's Alex Kirilloff. He's someone that really beats up on right-handed pitching. The lefties, however, give him a little bit more trouble. And the first pitch misses for ball one. Lewis on third with 2 out. There's a swing and a drive. Way back there. In comes the run from third. It's 2-0. And into second easily with a 2-out double.
There he is coming through with a knock right there. I like the fact that he can pick him up and put him down a little bit. First basemen aren't known for the speed, but see him get that extra base hit there. Now he's in scoring position.
Man in scoring position with 2 away. And now Ryan Jeffers. Swing and a miss. And that is strike one.
He's given up a couple of runs, but the pitch count really not as high as you would think. Might be able to get through this one under 25 pitches.
And the right-hander deals. Check swing. Tried to hold up. Now an appeal to first. No swing. And a 1-1. And a big swing and a miss.
Well, he's realizing out there on the mound that he's got to settle in pretty quickly or else he's going to get hit hard in this first inning.
Base hit right field. Kirilloff headed for the plate. The tag, and that's out number 3, inning over.
Bang, bang play at the plate right there. Outfielder needed no help. An absolutely perfect throw to get him right on the money. Excellent tag by the catcher, and the inning ends on an awesome play.
And welcome back. Second inning set to go. Now up for Tampa Bay, Josh Lowe. First pitch doesn't find the zone. And a good eye there. Joe McDonald doing the home plate duties here.
Well, Joe's an interesting one. I'm always trying to figure out what exactly his zone is. Feels like it kind of moves around from game to game, sometimes inning to inning.
He swings and drives one out to deep left field. Way back there. And out of here. He sends one out the opposite way. His 19th home run of the year. It's 2-1.
Can be pretty dangerous when you fall behind in the count 2-0. You've still got to try to find a way to keep that hitter off balance. Well, he wasn't able to do it there. And the hitter did a nice job of turning that pitch around, not missing it in a hitter's count.
Oslevis Basabe next to hit for the Rays. And first offering is fouled off. Nobody on, nobody out as the Rays try and punch back down a run. And that one sliced foul. The 0-2. And that one is inside ball one.
Oh, just got to delete it. You give up that leadoff home run. Go back to work. Focus on this next batter.
Popped up. He's there. He's got it. And there's one away.
Batting eighth, the catcher, number 14.
And stepping in for the Rays, Christian Bethancourt. Good defender. He's been inconsistent offensively. In there, and it's 0-1. And a pitch. Just missing there. 1-2 to count.
Caught a break right there. Pretty good pitch on the outside corner.
And now the lefty. And the 1-2 misses to even the count. And now the count filled up 3-2.
Full count.
And he hits a ground ball right side and foul ball. Kicks and fires. On the ground to first. A flip to the pitcher covering, and there's 2 away.
Batting ninth, the shortstop, Vidal Brujan.
And now it's Vidal Brujan, a switch hitter batting right. Ball one low. That one ripped, but foul. That to right. Kepler makes the catch, and that'll do it. Rays with a solo shot to trim the lead. And it's now a 2-1 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Bottom of the second. This is Willie Castro.
The center fielder, Willie Castro.
And here it comes. And there's the strike. Off the mark there. 1 ball, 1 strike. Saying he wasn't very sharp in the first, got hit around a little bit, just wasn't able to locate particularly well. A lot of stuff in the fat part of the plate.
Yeah, Boog, he wasn't fooling anyone. It's a tough place to be because it's not always obvious what adjustments need to be made. Sometimes it's location, sometimes it's being too predictable. Sometimes you're tipping your pitches. He's going to need to figure it out quickly, though.
So digging in, Matt Wallmer. And a strike in there. Castro aboard here at first with nobody out. Next offering is down low, and it's 1-1. Here comes the pitch. Runner breaks for second. The 1-1 is fouled off. Missed inside with the curve.
Well, that curveball right there stayed up in the zone. If it's going to be effective, he's going to have to finish the pitch, tease the strike zone, and get it down. Otherwise, it's going to eventually get hit really hard somewhere.
2-2 now. Runner on the go again. Pitch misses in. Follows the transfer. No throw. Fights it off. He'll see another. Payoff pitch. Line drive, and that should be extra bases. The run comes in from second, and they lead by 2. And he's got a double.
Showing a lot of fight with 2 strikes in that AB. When you connect and it jumps off your bat like that, you're thinking double at the very least. Put a great swing on it, and man, he wasn't fooled at all.
Kyle Farmer up to the plate now. In there for strike 1. No outs. Runner on second. Check swing. Went around. And it's 0-2. The pitch. Swings and misses. Struck him out.
Well, take a look at the 3-pitch sequence here. Pretty simple in terms of putting them away at the plate. Once you're ahead 0-2 as a pitcher, you can really expand the zone and see how aggressive that hitter is going to be trying to protect and battle. And right there, clearly he was in swing mode, but all you can do is hope to foul that off.
Number 47, the next twin up to hit. Flied to right his first time. And takes low for ball 1. Runner leads away at second. Now a check swing, but he held up. 1 out and a runner at second. Next pitch is outside. That just missed. He walked him on 4 pitches.
That just came apart right there. 4-pitch walk, and the guy at the plate was not going to help him out by swinging at something out of the zone.
The batter now, Jorge Polanco. 1 for 1. He tripled in his first trip. Ball 1, no strikes.
Good miss with that changeup away. He needs a ball on the ground for a double play. Minimize the potential threat right here. On the hitter's side, nice job of laying off that pitch.
He's going.
Runners on the move. And it's fouled away. And that's off the inside edge. And a count 2-1. 1 out. Runners at first and second.
Let's send this guy to the shower.
2-1 pitch is in there, and the count is even. Line drive, and that should be extra bases. Wallner coming home. 1 run is in. Another comes in to score, and they lead by 4. The throw to third, and he's out, trying for 3.
The times that these guys take infield before ball games, they work on this play right here. And when it comes together perfectly, nice throw to the cutoff man, relay to third. You feel pretty good about cutting that guy off and keeping him from getting a triple and getting it out.
And that one hammered. That's back there. And it's off the wall. In safely with a double, his second of the day.
Seeing some good swings from him right now with consecutive extra base hits. Put a really nice balanced swing on it, and when you can rope one into the gap like that, you're thinking extra bases from the first couple of steps out of the box, and he'll feel real good about that one.
Man at second here with 2 away. Max Kepler now at the plate. Hit it well, but flied out to the deepest part of the outfield his first time. In for a strike, 0-1.
The strategy of winning a ball game, when you could make that pitcher work a little more, expose himself by throwing pitches, that could be the key to winning perhaps later on. So good job of extending this inning, getting a knock with 2 outs to bring the number 4 hole hitter up.
And a pitch. There's the strike.
And at bat like this is almost over as it begins. In this situation, you have no idea what the next pitch is going to be. You just got to hope that you can make contact.
Man on second, 2 down.
Ball.
Clearly, he hasn't had it in this game, and looks like sooner than later, they're going to have to go to the bullpen.
Hard hit, right side. Diaz steps on the bag. That ends the inning. 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and 1 left on. We head on now to the top of the third. It's the Twins 5, the Rays 1. Top half of the third inning, and here's the first baseman, Yandy Diaz.
When he steps into the batter's box, the comfort level looks so high. It doesn't matter what kind of delivery that pitcher has, what kind of velocity, what kind of secondary stuff. He is so settled in there. He owns the home plate area.
Edge of the zone, called a strike. And it's 1-1. Diaz started after it, tried to hold up. Now a look to first. He went around, according to Carl Dixon. Here's a 1-2. That one just misses.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Next pitch in the dirt, and the count's full. Hit hard, that gets through.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
Randy Arozarena next to hit for the Rays. Good eye right there. Arozarena getting the start in left, batting second in today's lineup, and he was born in Cuba. The 1-2.
Ball 2.
That's foul off to the right side, keeps the AB going. Kicks and deals. Ground ball right side, could be 2. Can't field it cleanly.
Now
I think he just rushed that one. Great chance to turn 2, and as an infielder on a play like that, I think guys can get a little excited and forget to make the play one step at a time. Could have been 2 outs. Instead, they get none.
Harold Ramirez at the dish. Flied out to center in his first at bat. That one ripped. Gone. A 3-run rocket, and they slice into the lead. It's 5-4.
Love to see a hitter aggressive on the first pitch of an at-bat. You watch him from the on-deck circle, so when you step in the box, you're ready to pull the trigger wherever it's at. Really good job by the hitter. Total conviction on that swing.
Digging in, Isaac Paredes.
Ball 1.
First offering misses the mark. The pitch. Out to short. Farmer sends it across the first. Finally gets the first out here on the grounder.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter, and a tough one at that.
Curtis Mead next to hit for the Rays. 0 for 1. He grounded out to first his last time. That one's in there. 0-1. Now 1-1.
1-1.
Ball to strike. The pitch. That
That's
one
a ball.
missed. Ripped to first. Caught.
Now batting, right fielder, Josh Lowe.
Now it's the right fielder, Josh Lowe. The solo homer his first time. And ball 1 to the right fielder.
1-0.
That one pushed to the left and foul. Two down, nobody on. Bounced up the middle. Polanco. And he's safe at first.
Well, from the time you're a little leaguer, you're taught to hustle out of the box and give it a full sprint through the base, regardless of how you hit it. And he didn't make great contact, but the effort was there, and he earns the base hit.
So 2 down, and stepping in is the speedy Oslevis Basabe. 0 for 1. He flied out to right in his first trip.
Ball.
Misses off the inside, and that's ball 1. To first, and they've got him picked off. Throw to second, not in time. He's there easily.
Well, this is a play that you've got to make. The pitcher steps off as the runner leaves early. Make the throws, put the tag on the runner, and execute. I guess you tip your cap to the base runner on that one. Really good job of getting out of it.
Inside move to second. Back in safe. Really close. The lefty, the 1-0. In the air, right field. And that'll get down for a hit. Run comes in from second. It's 5-5.
Couple of singles back to back. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay. And now a chance to maybe get creative on offense with good speed on first.
Christian Bethancourt digs in now. Grounded out his first time up. Swings and lines a base hit into left field. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs.
The batter, number 7.
Sheesh. Singy, that was a laser shot. And a good thing we have StatCast to give us the details.
Yeah, get out of the way on that one. That ball flew out of the box at 112 miles per hour. You talk about generating a ton of power in that swing. He did it with quick hands, good lower half, and just unloaded on that ball.
Brujan in the box now. Takes strike 1. Flied out his first time.
Well, a really rough inning out there on the mound. And this is one of those where you learn a lot about a guy's toughness and his ability to turn the page and keep pressing forward.
That's ripped to right down the line. And that one hops the wall. One runs in, coming home. He pulls into second as a run scores.
Punched that one down the line for extra bases, and that was an excellent job going with the pitch on the outside. Got his bat on plane and just drove it.
Rocco Baldelli out of the dugout now, and he's going to make a change. Dallas Keuchel done for the day, and he's responsible for the runner on second, so the book isn't closed on him yet. We'll be right back. New arm out of the bullpen, number 53.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their guys a chance to fight back into the game.
Yandy Diaz now. First offering, and it just misses. And the pitch. That one ripped left field. That's back there. And it's gone. A 2-run shot, and they add a couple more. It's 9-5. That's their 3rd home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. Well, he put a really nice swing on that one, and everything was on time, took a direct path to the ball, excellent extension, and just drove it out of here. Nothing better than when the ball jumps off your bat like that.
Randy Arozarena next to hit for the Rays. Swing and a high fly ball in the air left field. That's back there. And gone. Randy Arozarena blasts one out. His 23rd of the year. It's 10-5. That's their 4th home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Boog. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the dish. Back-to-back homers, always a special feeling at the ballpark, especially if it's your team that does it and those guys get to slap hands at home plate. This is the kind of thing that can really fire up a ball club.
So next to the plate for Tampa Bay, Harold Ramirez. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
1 ball, no strike.
And he deals. Swing and a miss.
1 ball,
And the count
1
even at
strike.
1. And that's too high. That one ripped right center field. That's down. One hops off the wall. And he's in at second with a 2-out double.
Nice double right there. Loud contact coming off the bat. Didn't get enough air under to drive it out of here, but you'll take that swing and that result every time.
So man aboard. And next is the designated hitter, Isaac Paredes. And that's in there for strike 1. Ramirez on at second with 2 down. He swings and fouls one off. The pitch. He goes down looking. But not before they bat around as 9 men wind up coming around to score. We head now to the home half of inning number 3. Rays 10 and the Twins 5. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now the first baseman, Alex Kirilloff.
Been a rough start on the mound for this guy. This 3rd inning so important for him to get on track, turn the page, settle in, do all those things you need to do to give your team a little bit of length in this one. Now, I think this is an important inning on the mound for him in this game. He's got to find a way to settle things down and give some length in this start.
And fouled off. Next offering is in for a strike. Just misses the mark outside the zone. The pitch. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. The wind of the pitch. Popped up and puts the squeeze on that, and there's one away.
Now batting, catcher,
Ryan Jeffers at the plate. Single to right in his first trip. And that one is inside.
This is a very important inning here. After scoring all those runs, you want your pitcher to come out and just mow them down. The offense has worked hard. It's shut down inning time.
Strike on the outside corner, and the count even 1-1. And downstairs.
That's down.
The 2-1. Hard hit left side. Over to Diaz, and 2 straight set down to begin the bottom of the 3rd.
the center fielder, Castro.
Digging in is the switch hitting outfielder, Willie Castro. Singled and scored his first time. And that one just misses. A ball and no strikes. Foul ball. The wind to kick the pitch. Swing and a ball lifted in the air, shallow left field. No trouble here, puts it away for the out. And that is the third out of the inning. Down go the Twins in order. Work to do. It's 10-5. Back in Minnesota, on to the fourth. And the batter now, Curtis Mead.
Curtis Mead.
The pitch. And there's the strike. The 0-1. Swings here and blasts one left field. Could be extra bases. Makes the turn and heads for second. And it's a leadoff double as they look to keep pulling away.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
So up next, Josh Lowe. And he swings and misses at the initial offering. Runner at second, nobody out. That one pulled foul. At the belt and fires. And ball one. Line drive, base hit. Mead around third. Wallner fires it to the plate. It's offline. The run comes in. It's 11-5.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. The ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it.
So digging in, Oslevis Basabe. Runner on the go. Pitch in for a strike. Throw, and they got him.
Just a mechanically sound throw right there. Great footwork, good transfer, quick release, all those things that you need to do. You don't have to have the highest velocity, but if you can throw it on the money, you can throw out some fast runners.
And a pitch. Swing and a ball lifted to center field. Castro pulls it in on the run.
The catcher, number 14.
Christian Bethancourt next to hit for the Rays. Known for his rocket arm behind the plate. First pitch, and he just misses.
1 ball, no strike.
And there's a ball. Two outs. Now this is in the air down the line. Kepler makes the grab, and that's the inning. So they get 1 run, 2 hits, no errors, and no one left. We're midway in the fourth. It's the Rays 11 and the Twins 5. Welcome back. John Chambie and Chris Singleton with you. And leading off the bottom of the fourth, Matt Wallner. The wind of the pitch. There's a strike up high. It's 0-1.
Well, every pitcher wants run support, and having a lead is nice, but it can be challenging for some guys. I think keeping the mindset to attack instead of trying to be too fine and have too much finesse, go after hitters and get quick outs.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Just a bit late on that 0-1 breaking ball. 0-2 hole now. He's going to have to shorten up, tighten things up if he's going to have a good at bat.
Got him swinging. Couldn't catch up to the heater.
Well, that's a blue zone right there, or the cold zone on the hitting chart. Just doesn't have much success in that part of the strike zone. And a really good job of the pitcher executing. Try to go there as often as you can. The numbers are in your favor.
Farmer batting with 1 down, takes a strike. And a foul ball. And the righty deals. To third, Meade. Low throw, and he can't dig it out.
Man, that was a great effort to lunge and pick that one at first. The throw was way short, but he almost bailed him out. Just couldn't get it to stick in the mitt.
Back to the leadoff spot in the Twins lineup. Number 47, the next Twin up to hit. And there's the strike.
No ball, 1 strike.
Left-hand batter waits. And there's a hit. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with 1 gone.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
Jorge Polanco, the next Twin up to hit. Swings through that one. 0-1. Righty delivers. Fouled off to the right. Struck him out without a swing. Not sure about that call. Pitcher might have gotten a friendly strike 3.
No, you know that's got to be very frustrating for this guy. He knows the strike zone extremely well, and you know what? Good hitters are not going to compromise. He'll take that punch out, but ultimately stick with his plan and have more success than anything else.
Now here is Royce Lewis. And the 0-1. There's a strike.
He doesn't seem to like the pitch up. Hasn't offered on either one of those pitches. 0-2 count now. I think the guy's going to climb the ladder out there.
Right-hander kicks, deals. Liner, and that should be extra bases. Farmer around third. 1 run across. Another scores. 2 runs in on the play, and he's safe at second with a 2-run double. And now Kevin Cash out of the dugout and ready to make a move to the bullpen. Taj Bradley won't go any further, and this is one he'd like to forget. Back with a new arm after this. So out of the pen comes the right-hander, Andrew Kittredge. This guy can bring it velocity-wise.
Andrew Kittredge.
Man in scoring position with 2 away. Max Kepler at the plate. First pitch just misses. Righty to the plate. Runner takes off for third. There's the ball, and safe. It's a stolen base.
Very risky right there to try to steal third with 2 outs and a left-hander at the plate. And there's an open lane for that catcher to throw down, but he gambled. Now he's at third, 90 feet closer. Perhaps a ball in the dirt that gets away from the catcher, and they pick up a run.
And a pitch. On the inside corner for a strike. That one in for a strike, 2-2. Runner at third, 2 away. The next offering misses, and the count's full. The right-hander gives up the 2-out walk.
Boog, do you think you could draw a walk in the bigs if we gave you enough at-bats?
Oh, that's a good question. I think that if they gave the pitcher a false scouting report on me, yes, I think I could draw a walk. And first offering is fouled off. Here comes a pitch. They say you win.
No ball. 2 strikes.
Lewis on third. Kepler at first. 2 out of the inning. Out towards right center. That's well struck. That one hops against the fence. In to score from first, and it's now a 2-run game.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. Got a good pitch to drive, stayed short with his back path to the ball, and caught it out front, and he stayed long in his follow-through. That's how you split the gap, and that's pretty much a double every time.
Man at second here with 2 away, and now the Twins catcher, Ryan Jeffers. That's in there. That's strike 1.
No ball. 1 strike.
Two outs and 1 in scoring position. And that's
1-1.
outside. Swing and a miss. That is strike 2.
Clearly he was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
Fights that one away, still 1-2.
Well, they gave up on that pitch early, and it ended up staying in the zone. I'm sure he's kicking himself and would like that pitch again.
Lined into left center, base hit. Keuchel rounds third, headed for the plate. He will score, and they trail by 1.
Really nice job with two-strike hitting in that at-bat. Tried to get inside on him, but he was ready for it. Just kept his hands in and turned on the pitch. Quick bat through the zone.
So up next, Willie Castro. And the pitch a little bit low, ball 1.
Hey, partner, how's your scorecard looking right now?
A little dicey, kind of hieroglyphics style at the moment. You know what it's like, Singy? Remember our trip to London, Yankees and Red Sox in 2019? I think were there 50 runs scored in the 2 games combined? My scorecard was ugly for that series. Good hitters count to 2-0. There's a strike.
Yeah, pretty ridiculous. And you use like 5 different colors of pens, so like it's just a mosaic over there.
Yeah, I mean, I know you're always judging the different pens. Like, you know, I got the skinny scoring pen, and then I have the red, and then the black, and then I got a highlighter. So there is a lot going on.
These guys are relentless. Just till the bell sounds, they are going to keep coming at you, trying to get you into the corner and knock you out.
So digging in, Matt Wallner.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
First pitch, and that's in for a strike. Ground ball right side. Over to Diaz. Out with room to spare, and that's the inning. All in all, 10 come to the plate. They bat around and 5 score. On to the top of the 5th we go. It's the Rays 11 and the Twins 10. Cody Funderburk on to pitch here. Hasn't pitched in the last 3 days.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention,
Now up
please.
for Tampa Bay, Vidal Brujan.
So he came up clutch earlier in this ball game and really just needs to take the same approach. Think hard right back up the middle.
And a pitch. There's a strike. Minnesota's bullpen with some action. Josh Winder warming up for manager Rocco Baldelli. Varland getting loose as well. Next offering is in for a strike.
All right, now he may have not liked either of those first 2 pitches or agreed with the umpire's calls, but at this point he's going to have to bear down and be ready to hit anything close to the zone.
Swing and a miss for the strikeout. Chase the fastball up the ladder for strike 3.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there, just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
Diaz stands in here, leaves that one off the inside. That misses. 2 balls, no strikes. The pitch. There's a strike. On the corner for a strike. Two. Swing and a ground ball out to short. Not in time. Great effort, but it's an infield hit.
Tough play and a nice backhand stop. Had to be perfect with the exchange and throw to get the out, but it looked like he had to dig in there a little deeper, like he was trying to get a split finger grip or something. Close play, but that little extra time on the transfer made all the difference.
And here is Randy Arozarena. grounder might be 2. Feeds to second, out there, and that's 2. 1 hit in the inning, but no one left. Last half of the 5th coming up. It's the Rays 11 and the Twins 10. Now a new pitcher for the Rays, Chris Davinsky. He comes on for the 35th time this year.
Now pitching for Tampa Bay, number 48, Chris Davinsky.
Now it's the shortstop, Kyle Farmer.
The shortstop, Kyle Farmer.
And he deals. Just off the inside edge. Action in the pen down there. Colin Poche warming up for manager Kevin Cash. Littell, the right-hander, loosening up as well. The 1-0. And a foul ball.
Look out. That ball was smoked. Man, I am so relieved that they have this netting down the lines. Just ensures safety for the fans. Last thing as a player, you want to look up and see a fan get hit.
Kicks and fires. Right side, Basabe tosses to first, and the leadoff hitter retired in the 5th.
Up next for the Twins, the designated hitter,
Number 47, the next to hit.
You know, this guy's great speed is in the back of that pitcher's mind. If he can get on, it's going to give him one more thing he's got to think about.
Pitch misses. 1-0. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1. This one popped up. Meade makes the grab, 2 down.
now batting, second baseman,
Jorge Polanco, the next Twin up to hit. First offering, and it just misses.
1 ball, no strike.
There's a strike. That's off the mark. 2 balls and a strike.
2-1.
Next offering is outside.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with the 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
(3-2). That one is absolutely belted. And it hits the top of the wall. Safe at second with a double. 3rd hit for him this afternoon.
He was all over that one. Put a great swing on that pitch to deep center field, and we knew it was going to be close, but just not quite enough. And I'm sure a few of his teammates might be yelling weight room at him right now, but he should definitely feel good about that one. Now a pretty big at-bat coming up with a chance to even this ball game up.
So up next, Royce Lewis. In there for strike one. Man at second. That one outside, and it's a ball and a strike. And delivers outside. Polanco stands at second with 2 gone. Next offering misses, and the count is 3-1.
Almost feel like he's frustrated a little bit. He wants to be challenged.
Max Kepler next to bat for Minnesota. And the right-hander deals, and it's filled up. In the air, center field. He gets there to make the play. A nice running grab. And that is that.
A lot of adrenaline. We can see it right there. And sometimes you just got to let it out. That's an outstanding job of taking that, executing, and getting out of a tough inning.
Top of the 6th inning. Here's the center fielder, Harold Ramirez. Funderburk back to work. Ramirez measures 5 feet 10 inches, 28 years old, and he's a native of Colombia. And a pitch.
No.
Just missed with a good breaking ball in. Looking for that hitter to chase and perhaps get some weak contact or a swing and miss. Good job on both sides.
Rocketed out towards right center. That one opts against the fence. And that's a double.
Now, just a total nightmare for lefties. I'd be very surprised to see that matchup again. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
And now here is Isaac Paredes. That one's in there, 0-1.
Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine whether or not he can score on that base hit.
Next pitch inside, 1-1. And another ball. The 2-2 on the way. Just off the outside edge. Swing and a pop-up. Makes the catch. And there's one down.
The batter, the third baseman,
Curtis Mead next to hit for the Rays.
Well, the way these two teams have battled in this game, you know you need more. Got to continue to add runs if you're going to get out of here with a win.
That's in for a strike.
Man, I mean, nice job just presenting it to be better than it actually was.
1-run game, 1 out, 1 on. Line drive, base hit down the line. Ramirez coming home. He scores. It's 12-10. To second, but way too late. Safe there.
Comes through with the RBI. A well-deserved double on a great swing. Got everything going on time. He stayed balanced and he squared it up about as well as you could possibly ask.
And now the right fielder, Josh Lowe. He launched a solo shot back in the second inning of this one.
Yeah, that was big for these guys early on. Definitely helped them get off onto the right foot.
Runner at second here, one gone. That one called a strike, and the count is 0-2. Ball one there.
Rarely will you see a pitcher just waste a pitch like that. The batter wasn't even tempted to swing. Every pitch needs to have a purpose so that it can set up a following pitch to help you get that out.
Kicks and deals.
Just a matter of inches from picking up an RBI base hit and maybe a double in the process. That was barely foul.
Runner leads away at second. Yeah, the 1-2 misses to even the count. Off the plate inside, and now it's 3-2.
And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. Jeffers makes the grab for the second out.
Up next for Tampa Bay, the second baseman,
Oslevis Basabe getting ready to hit. And the first offering is not close. Runner at second, 2 down. Next pitch is outside.
2 balls, no strike.
Late swing fouled off. And here it comes. And there's a foul ball. Man on second, 2 down. Swing and a miss. Pulled the string on the changeup. Rays get an RBI double on to the bottom of inning number 6. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. Back here at the ballpark, bottom of the 6th. Now it's the right fielder, Max Kepler. The pitch. Strike 1.
Well, these Twins really impressing me with the quality of their at-bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go to work. You just can't average 2 runs per inning without a complete team effort from the lineup. Everyone's been doing their job, setting up the next guy, and taking care of their own business at the plate.
1 away, bottom of the 6th.
The first baseman, number 19,
Alex Kirilloff, the next twin up to hit. That catches the outside corner, and that's strike one. Bullpen movement for the Rays. Kevin Kelly getting loose out there. Boots it. Ryan Jeffers will hit next. Fouled off. He was late.
Now these guys definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ball game.
The pitch. Off the mark there. 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1 is fouled off.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of a double play here.
And a 1-2. And just misses with that one.
That's a really good take.
Fly ball down the line. This has got a chance, and it is foul.
That was a nice bid right there to try to tie up this ball game. Just couldn't keep it from bending foul. He looked locked in on that swing. Pitcher better be careful with him right now.
And the righty deals. Swung on, belted. That's got a chance. And he brings it into the warning track.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
Willie Castro, the next twin up to hit. In there, and it's 0-1. Kirilloff leads off first with 2 down to the inning. And now it's even up. And that's in the dirt.
Well, with the amount of pitches that can end up in the dirt, a good secondary lead. Doesn't have to get away from the catcher, but if you're anticipating based off the trajectory, get yourself in the scoring position.
And that gets down into the gap. Kirilloff around third. He'll score easily, and it's a 1-run game.
Well, patience and discipline paid off right there as he got into an advantage count. As soon as that one shot off his barrel, he was thinking extra bases. Really nice job of getting the bat out front, but not hooking around it or rolling over it. Just kept the swing on plane and smoked that thing into the gap. And another big at bat coming up here. Looking for a way to get that tying run across with 2 outs.
Colin Poche will take over here. The offense will need to be ready for the breaking stuff. He's got a great curveball. Matt Wallner, the next twin up to hit. First offering misses badly for ball 1. And Poche ready to work. Top of the zone for a called strike. curve misses outside. Two and one now. That's a little bit low. Kyle Farmer in the on-deck circle for the Twins. Three-one is on the way. And that one fouled off. At the belt and fires. Now fly ball to right center. Brings it in for the third out. And the Twins plate one on the double. And the home team down a run. Back after this on the show.
Yeah, I'm coming and it's on mine. Making headlines on my own dime. Oh yeah, I'm going to new heights. I'm feeling so fine. Look at me, look at me, look at me. Not measuring up how I want.
Back at Target Field, here's the catcher, Christian Bethencourt. This is a guy who is very highly regarded defensively. Fun to watch him control stuff behind the plate. Good game caller, good at framing, but it's that big arm that really stands out. Here comes a pitch. Hit pretty well in the air out to center. Castro puts it away. One up, one down.
Woo! He was all over that first pitch fastball, just barely missed it. Man, this guy was ready to hit.
Vidal Brujan next to hit for the Rays.
You come into the game knowing that unless the ball's in the dirt or gets by him, we're probably not going to steal anything today. So that's where you want to get a little more aggressive on your secondary lead and hope that some base hits, some slugs, some home runs can come into play.
And a pitch. On the outside corner, and the count 1-1.
Well, I'll say this as a former position player and base stealer. When you come into a game and you've got a guy like this behind the dish with a big arm, you really have to change your approach. Can't try to steal because you'll get thrown out. Maybe get a little bigger lead, be aggressive on the secondary, but this type of guy shuts the running game down.
And stepping in for the Rays, Yandy Diaz. His two-run homer back into third was an important swing of the bat in this one.
Yeah, there's no doubt he helped set the tone fairly early, and certainly part of the reason why they've got the lead right now.
Off the plate, and that is ball one. Next pitch inside, and now 2-0. He caught it behind his back. Fires to first. Nicely done for the out. What a play to end the inning. There's no way he saw that into the glove.
No, you're absolutely right. All he knew was the grounder was somewhere behind him. Just threw his glove out there and it stuck. That was pretty cool.
And welcome back. And the batter will be the shortstop, Kyle Farmer.
I'm gonna take you down.
The pitch. And that one fouled off. The 0-1. Now this is a rocket to left. Dives, but it falls. And now it looks like extra bases. Rosarena gets it in as the tying run is forced to stop at second.
Well, that was an important at-bat in this game, so a great job there stepping up to the challenge. Put a pretty good jolt into that one. Great swing, nice balance and weight transfer, and he got it to drop in out there in the deep part of the field. Now we'll see if they can pick up that tying run and start us over here in the late innings.
Back to the top of the lineup. So up next for Minnesota, number 47. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
1-0.
just off the outside edge. High fly ball down the left field line. Arozarena on a dead sprint, racing back, grabs it right up against the wall. Runner tagging for third.
Now back to the second baseman.
Now on the mound for the Rays, Kevin Kelly.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect the tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
And next for Minnesota, Jorge Polanco.
In the infield at the corners, don't be surprised to see them come home first and prevent that run from scoring.
In there for strike one.
I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield.
That misses the zone, and it's a ball and a strike.
This is a situation where the hitter is looking for something up in the zone that he can get his arms extended. What you have to be careful of is that pitch that's up, that's in on your hands. That'll pop you up in the infield, and that's exactly what the pitcher wants.
Next one misses, and it's 2-1.
One strike.
The tying run is 90 feet away. Next pitch off the plate. 3-1 now.
At this point in the game, you cannot issue free passes. He's going to have to challenge this hitter. Hitter's got to be ready to swing it.
Royce Lewis in the on-deck circle. The pitch. Diving, and he can't make the play. The run scores from third, and we're tied at 12 all.
Such great concentration. Everybody on their feet, knowing that you can come through with a good swing. And there he doesn't try to do too much.
And now for the Twins, Royce Lewis. Foul ball there. Right-hander kicks, deals. Popped up. Basabe under it. Hauls it in for the out.
Now back the right field. Kepler.
Now the cleanup hitter for Minnesota, Max Kepler. And first offering is fouled off.
Look out. That ball was smoked. Man, I am so relieved that they have this netting down the lines. Just ensures safety for the fans. Last thing as a player, you want to look up and see a fan get hit.
0-1 down. That clips the corner. 2 gone. The possible go-ahead run at first. That misses, and it's 1-2. And now 2-2. Out to short. Bruhan to first in time. And we stay tied as the inning ends. But the RBI single pushes across a run. 8th inning coming up. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Griffin Jacks. He last pitched 4 days ago, so he should feel pretty fresh. Now the number 2 hitter, Randy Arozarena.
The left fielder.
And he deals. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. And that one off the outside edge. Next one just misses. And the count is even 2-2. This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. Jeffers makes the play, and there's one down.
Good hard fastball up in the zone right there. They look really good coming in, but so hard to get on top of as a hitter.
So next to the plate for Tampa Bay, Harold Ramirez. Line and a base hit into right.
First pitch swinging, went up there with the plan to be aggressive. Good pitch, slider down and away, just stayed down and threw it nicely. It's such an easy pitch to pull off of because you're probably thinking fastball down the middle initially.
Tied at 6. At the plate now for the Rays is the DH, Isaac Paredes. Pitch misses inside, and that's ball 1. One away, tie game. Go-ahead run stands at first. Next pitch downstairs, ball 2.
Last 2 pitches have been down in the zone. Pitcher clearly trying to get that ground ball double play, but in this count, he's going to have to give in, elevate his pitches, and get back into this at bat.
The 2-0 is in for a strike. Righty to the plate. That one missed. Curtis Mead next to bat for Tampa. The pitch. And that drops in for a strike. One away, tie game. Go-ahead run stands at first. Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. Jeffers pulls it down and he makes the catch. And there's 2 away.
Now batting, the third baseman, Curtis.
So 2 down now, and here is Curtis Mead. First pitch, and that's in for a strike. That one missing inside. Ramirez, the runner at first with 2 gone. That one misses. Now 2 balls and a strike. Jacks picks over. Ramirez dives back in safely. Here's a 2-1. And strike 2.
2-2.
Right-handed reliever. Still 2-2 after the foul ball.
Flew open a little bit with that front shoulder, but was able to slow his back down just enough to make contact with that pitch. Keep the at-bat alive.
Line drive, that's a base hit. And that moves the go-ahead run to scoring position with 2 gone. A perfect example right there. That plate discipline, it pays off.
The deeper he gets into a count, the more comfortable he becomes, and he usually wins the battle.
Now at the plate, Josh Lowe. First offering misses the mark. Left-hand batter waits. Off the plate inside. 2 balls, no strikes to count.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
That one to first. Takes it himself. 3rd out. So the Rays strand a pair. This game remains tied at 12. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Robert Stevenson.
And this is his 55th game he's come in to pitch this season, so he's got some innings under his belt. He's been an important guy for them.
And now for the Twins, Alex Kirilloff.
The first baseman,
And a pitch. Gets the outside corner with that one.
Backdoored him with the breaking ball. Just got the corner. There's nothing you can really do with that.
To the right side. Over to Diaz. Leadoff man is out here in the 8th.
now batting, catcher,
Ryan Jeffers now at the plate. First pitch, and he just misses.
The only adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more down the middle, and you get it right where you want it.
And the 1-0. Inside, just missed. Swings and lines a base hit into left field, and it hits the base of the wall. And he's safe. It's a wall ball double.
Well, when you fall behind in the count, you've got to come into the zone, and then guys have a better chance of hitting the ball hard like he did right there.
So digging in, Willie Castro. He swings and misses at the first pitch. 0-1. Man at second. And a foul ball left side. Kicks and fires. Runs it up to 96 to record the punch out.
Big strikeout there as he works to strand that go-ahead run at second base, but job's not done yet. Got to get that last out before you can exhale and get back into the dugout. It's kind of tough to do with this home crowd applying so much pressure.
Matt Wallner, the next Twin up to hit. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Two down, go ahead run in scoring position. Next offering is in for a strike. Looked like it was a little bit up. The next pitch misses, and that's ball 3. Kyle Farmer next to bat for Minnesota. And the pitch. Ripped on a line to center. Ramirez makes the grab, and that'll end the inning.
Well, this guy competes hard. We see the emotion there. I love it. Great job of getting out of the jam.
Josh Winder gets handed the rock out of the pen.
Should be a good first matchup for him here. He's been doing a great job against right-handed bats so far this season. They've had a lot of trouble squaring him up.
Here's the second baseman, Oslabis Basabe. The wind and the pitch. That one misses, and it's 1-0. And a foul ball. And the right-hander deals. High fly ball out towards left field. That's back. Pulls it in on the warning track.
Good pitch. He just kind of had him out in front on that pitch away and wasn't able to stay closed.
And now the catcher for the Rays, Christian Bethancourt. And fouled off. The wind to kick the pitch. On the ground right side. And it's just foul. That was close. The 0-2. Laser base hit. So the go-ahead run is on base with a knock.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of this struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
Now a pinch hitter coming on for the Rays, Luke Raley. Big spot for him here. First offering, runner goes. Swing and a miss. Throw to second, great jump. The 0-1. Line drive, caught.
Well, that had RBI knock written all over it. Put a great swing on it, put a nice job on the infield to react and bring it down.
Now here is Yandy Diaz. First pitch just misses.
1 ball, no strike.
There's a strike.
1 ball, 1 strike.
The 1-1 is fouled off.
Well, he knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs, you've got to expand the zone. He's capable of going out there and doing damage with it.
Check swing, appeal to first. No, he held up. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. Base hit. Runner around third, on his way to the plate. The throw is offline, and he's in to score. And in the 9th, they take the lead.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. Randy Arozarena digs in now. And the pitch is outside, ball 1. The 1-0. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Throw in holds the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2 away.
2 consecutive base hits for these guys here. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
And the batter now, Harold Ramirez.
That's a strike.
That one's in there, 0-1.
No ball. 1 strike.
One-run game here in the top of the 9th. Laced down the line, base hit right field. Diaz headed for the plate. 1 run is in. The relay safe at the plate, and they're up by 3. And his hot hitting continues.
They kept him in the yard that time, but all he's doing now is passing the baton, and everything seems to get started around this guy.
Righty reliever out of the pen, Louis Varland.
Well, he struggled quite a bit, so this is another opportunity to get on the right track. He's given up more than 1 hit per inning pitch so far this season.
Next to bat will be the Rays 4-hitter, Isaac Paredes. Going 1.
0-1.
And a pitch.
Ball 1.
Chris, you look at it, these are the spots where guys can come on, pitch well, instill some confidence in the manager, and all of a sudden they're pitching higher leverage spots of the postseason.
Well, in this final month, I mean, this is an audition period for the call-ups, but it's also for that marginal reliever that was on the roster throughout the season to maybe step up and be on that playoff roster.
And down on strikes. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. But 3 score in the inning, 2 of them on this 2-run double. We head now to the bottom of the 9th. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. Welcome back, and here comes the closer, Pete Fairbanks. And this is appearance number 45.
Now pitching for the Rays, number 29, Pete Fairbanks.
So coming into the game now on defense, Taylor Walls. He's in at shortstop. Kyle Farmer getting ready to hit.
The shortstop, Kyle Farmer.
Here comes the pitch. There's the strike. Fairbanks, the tall righty. He features a 4-seam fastball, a slider, and he works in a sinker. That one drifts inside, facing a closer that delivers big-time velocity.
Well, normally against a big arm with this kind of velocity, you look for the ball down because the fastball up is a little hard to catch up to, but he's shown really good plate discipline by not offering at that last pitch down.
At the belt and fires. Fought off foul. Next pitch is outside. And that's ball 4.
Take your base.
No, very close with the location right there. It's just tough to get rewarded on the call with pitches near the top of the strike zone.
Number 47, the next twin up to hit.
If you're going Gonna get something going. This is the time to do it. You get the leadoff man on. Everybody's got to look over the shoulder and say, I'm just going to keep the line moving. Don't try to do too much.
Out to short, into the outfield, base hit. Lead runner holds up. They're at first and second with nobody out.
Waste no time there. Pitch was in and off the plate. It's so hard to do anything with the pitch in that location, but somehow he got the barrel to it and hit it well. Pretty amazing.
Now it's the second baseman, Jorge Polanco. He's got a single, a double, and a triple in this game. A home run gets him the cycle. And the first pitch misses for ball one.
This is the guy they turn to get the most important outs of the ball game, but they're going to make him work to get this save.
The tying run at the plate.
No,
Misses inside. 2 balls, no strikes. No outs, runners at first and second. Next pitch misses, and it's 3-0.
3-0.
And there's the automatic.
Well, so many hard-throwing relievers in the game these days, you would think that guys have made the adjustment, but I don't know if you ever get used to it. Just pumping gas out of the bullpen. So hard to play catch-up.
Payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Blew the express right by his bat for strike 3. So up next for Minnesota, Royce Lewis.
Well, if he gets the save here, he's going to have earned it. Just getting through this hitter is going to be a challenge enough.
Breaking ball, and that got him.
Well, he's kind of backed himself into a corner, and I'm sure starting to feel the pressure right now. We'll see if he can bear down and get out of this one.
He's 2 outs away. Max Kepler, the next Twin up to hit.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
Foul back our way, and that's out of play. 2013 in the playoffs, you caught one as the Red Sox played the Rays in the division series.
I sacrificed a bracelet. It was my wrist and my hand.
That one off the mark. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
Tying run is at first here in the last half of inning number 9. That one finds the zone. That's strike 2. That's inside.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
And here it comes. And a swing and a miss. Huge strikeout there. And next for Minnesota, Alex Keuchel. And there's no doubt that they'll feed off the energy from this crowd, right?
I mean, yeah, I'd say the intensity level has gone up a few notches for sure.
Misses outside, ball 1. That one in there across the letters. Falling behind 2-1.
Look, in situations like these, the air can get really thin up there at the plate. Got to find a way to breathe and slow everything down.
Oh, and this one's blasted. High and deep. It's on its way. Out of here. Ball game. He made him pay for that one, and they walk it off.
Well, a grand slam is exciting no matter what part of the game you hit it. But a walk-off grand slam, an incredible finish. Clutch swing at the bat that he'll never forget. Truly special.
Tons of offense in this one for Chris Singleton and our entire crew. I'm John Shambi saying so long.
Because I ain't no joke. I used to let the mic smoke. Now I slam it when I'm done and make sure it's broke. When I'm gone, no one gets on. Cause I won't let nobody press up and mess up the scene I set. I like to stand in the crowd and watch the people wonder. But think about it, then you understand. I'm just to music, maybe it's a habit. I gotta use it, even if it's jazz or the quiet storm. I like a beat up, converted into hip-hop form. Write a rhyme in graffiti and every show you see me in deep concentration. Cause I'm no comedian. Jokers are wild if you wanna be tame. I treat you like a child and you're gonna be named another enemy, not even a friend of me. Cause you'll get fried in the end when you pretend to be.
Back at the ball game, 4 hours and 17 minutes. Our paid attendance at Target Field this afternoon, 38,649. The Twins thank you for your continued support and remind you to please drive on safely.